Welcome to Paladin's Maledict. We're going to be creating a character for Candela Obscura. We just recently dropped a video talking about how, like, an overview of Candela. So we wanted to show you kind of what we were talking about whenever you go to make a character, what all really goes into making that. So we're going to give you a test run here of what that looks like. So as you see, we have our character sheet here, and we also have our book from Candela Obscura here. We will be referencing the book. We're still new to the game, so we will be consulting that to make sure that we're doing it correctly. But at the same time, we do already have a few things that obviously we know pretty well. So first thing first, we're going to name our character. So we picked for this video a weird role, and for a weird role we picked a cultist. And so I like the idea of Native American shamans, and so we're going to name this character Ira, which is a playback to one of my favorite songs by Johnny Cash. But then we're going to give him a name that's like related to the Fairlands, but also like a Native American type theme. And so we're going to name him, like if the disc full stuff happens again. Okay, so we've named him Ira Grass Eagle. The style, that's like how you play the character. So that would be, in my case, like stoic, thoughtful. He's kind of quiet, kind of reserved. And I like that that's on there because it kind of helps you remember how you're going to interact as your character. So the next thing would be picking a primary role for your class, which in this case, again, we're playing the Weird Occultist. So I could have taken Great Ward, which would have allowed me to give one of the other players at the table a 1d6 to use for a move roll against a phenomena. However, the way that I'm playing my character, I chose Ritual because that gives me a few minutes of when I have a few minutes of downtime, I should say, I can take a bleed mark to perform a ritual on myself or an ally. And so I felt like, since I'm like trying to play like a Native American shaman type, using that would work really well because I could, pray to my ancestors, or pray to a buffalo, or what have you, to kind of do that. Maybe do like a rain dance or some meditation, or something. Just I've got some options, so I kind of wanted to think of that route. And then the next thing would be to choose my specialty for occultist. So it says Ghost Blade, which I can attune a ritual knife. If I coat it in my blood, which would be giving me a body mark, it is particularly effective against magical beings. Blood of the Covenant. First time a dangerous phenomenon inflicts a mark on me, or anyone on your circle, I should say, you refresh a number of points in any drive equal to your current intuition resistance, which is down here. And so we'll talk about that here in a minute. And then speak their language. I can speak the language of any phenomenon that I encounter. So that one's what I'm leaning to so far out of the three, in all honesty. Next one, play the bait. You know how to draw the attention of phenomenon. That would be a really cool one too. So I might go that route. Extend your senses. When you make a sense roll to understand more about a phenomenon you've encountered. Also add a number of dice equal to your current intuition resistance to the roll, which are these little guys right here. We'll talk more about those here in a little bit. So Forbidden Ritual, a highly complex and extremely dangerous ritual that will achieve a desired outcome. When you use this ritual, immediately take a bleed scar, determine the ritual is and what its effects are. That would be really cool. So I might actually change my page up a little bit here, because I thought that I wanted to do the ritual one, but I think I'm actually going to get rid of that. We're going to do we'll do Let Them In, because I think that that one's really good, and then we're going to do Forbidden Ritual, because I think that that could work to where we're doing something that the ancestors would wish me not to do, because it's harmful to myself or what have you. So I think that that could be really well played. And then the next thing, we fill in these bold bubbles, because these are the actions that they give us ahead of time. So they have given me 5 actions, which everybody gets 5 actions. In my case, I got 2 in Sense, 1 in Focus, 1 in Read, and 1 in Control. And so I've got a few others I can choose from. We're actually going to look at this real quick to remind ourselves what else we get as far as our action ratings. So we know we get those ones, and then choose one action with a 0 rating and raise it to a 1. So I'm actually going to give myself 1 move. Okay. And then I've got 3 points to distribute how I'd like in a way that best reflects the kind of character I want to play. So I'm actually going to use this in a way. I'm going to give myself 1 more Read, but then I'm also going to give myself 2 Sways, and that's how I'm going to use my last 3. And you'll see why I'm wanting to do that here in just a second. So we have that taken care of. The next thing that we need to do is our gilded actions. Still going on this space. Next thing we need to do is our gilded actions. So for occultist, it's focus. However, we gild an additional action of our choice, and this is going to help us earn back our dice as we play. So we've got 2 up here, but we've got 4 down here, and so drives are probably going to be more important in the cunning for how we play our character. So we're going to mark Sway. Honestly, Read would probably have been a better choice, but I've just got an idea for how I want to play this character, and I think that this is going to be best. Now, as you can see here, these 3 are already blacked in, so now we're going to actually choose how to do our drives. So we get 3 in Intuition, which I've already pointed out, but we get 6 additional points in drives, and we can use them however we would like to. So this is going to help us determine our resistances. We're going to put 3 here, and so we got 3 more to choose from, and we're going to go ahead and fill in our resistances, and I'll explain these here in just a second after we decide where we're going to put our other 3 drives at. Drives are extra dice that we use to help increase our chances of how we roll in the game. So with that, I do think, however, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna put 1 drive up here, and then we're going to put 1 drive here and 1 drive here. Now you get these resistances for increasing your drives, okay? And so we have 2 resistances that we can use, and so you get it for every 3 blocks of your drive points. So a resistance lets you re-roll what you may not like. So if you got to roll on like a high stake situation and you didn't like it, you would get to re-roll it. And so it's very helpful in that case. You get your resistance back at the end of a session when you take the refresh as an option to like kind of like heal your character. They automatically get restored for that. So there's that, but there's also other resources that you can use, and we can dive into those in a different video. You see our scars, you see our relationships. So like these you can fill in with like people in your circle. we're gonna actually fill these in with we're gonna fill two of them in with people that Ira would know. So we're going to. So this first person gonna be his dad, and we're gonna say his name is. We're gonna call him Flint Grass Eagle, and that's gonna be his father. And then we're going to. Say Aura Longfeather. And this is an ex-girlfriend. Here we pick up to 3. So for this, like, I definitely highly recommend like looking at the illumination keys. Acting bizarre, that's something that you have to do to like gain stuff in the game, and so in order to do that, his bizarre is going to look different than like maybe some people's that you would play as like the occultist, because like they'd be out there and like really weird, and his is going to be played a little bit closer to the chest, and not like it's going to be bizarre, but it's going to be for like in a different way. But with that, like, because you got to consult arcane text, I'm going to take the arcane text, and then I'm going to take a bleed detector. And since it's not so much focused on weapons, I'm not going to take the hand weapon. But I am going to take, because of like how the character will be played, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to take, this is a difficult decision, but I'm going to take the ward to soak 1 bleed. So we have our character. The only thing that we do need to add that I didn't think about adding, now that I'm sitting here looking at the sheet, is my catalyst and my question, because I haven't filled those in yet. So before we wrap this up, we got to do that. So a catalyst would be like what caused me to be a part of Candela. So my catalyst in this case is going to be so I live in the Tottergrass, so like the area outside of the Fairlands, and with that or outside of New Fair, not the Fairlands. I live in the Fairlands, but with that, he's a hunter, but he's also like the medicine man or whatever of his people, and so we're going to say that like his people have been involved in a war with the creatures that are coming through the flare into the Fairlands. So that's like what caused it is like he was on a hunting party, and that started this whole thing. And so we'll put that down. Hunting party incident, and then we can like come back and we can like kind of add into the backstory as we play. So that's kind of the fun thing about Candela 2. And so my question is going to be how to protect my people. Like, how can I protect my people? So that's how you play the game, and or how you create your character to play the game, not so much how you play the game. You can print these sheets off, and you can make your own character and start playing right away, because there are some free rules. You don't necessarily have to buy the book. There are some free rules that you can download that were from testing, or you can buy the book. We bought the book, and we are super excited to start playing the game. So definitely something to look forward to. Tune in next time when we talk more tabletop role-playing games.